It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Ravens and the Jets, and it's all up next.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin here for the start, folks, of another NFL season. We are ready to go. We hope you are. And we'll begin this one, Charles, with a couple of teams hoping to move on from a tough 2021 season. Both the Ravens and the Jets finishing last in their respective divisions a season ago.
And let's start with Baltimore, because even in a very tough AFC North, I think we were all surprised to see the Ravens finish 8-9, snapping a streak of 3 straight postseason appearances. As for New York, we knew the rebuild was going to take a little bit of time, but I think the last 2 years they've drafted in a big-time way, and now the groundwork has been laid, and this could be an opening salvo for Gang Green to announce that they're back in playoff contention.
Greg Zuerlein set to get us started here, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one, Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
Another excellent season from Lamar Jackson that was cut short by ankle injury and actually showed just how much he is valued as the leader of the Baltimore Ravens as they went 0-4 down the stretch and missed the playoffs without him. Prior to that, they were 8-5 in a tough AFC North, and he was on his way to his third 1,000-yard season as a runner and career-high marks as a passer.
Right to the air is Jackson. And incomplete to open things up.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete to Likely. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. We're able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. We'll get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, 2nd overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
It was an educational rookie season for Zach Wilson, who was drafted to be the eventual face of the Jets as the team worked through a lengthy rebuild. 2,300 yards and 9 touchdowns as a rookie. He did miss some time mid-season with an injury, but I really like the work that the Jets have done to put people around him and give him his best opportunity to be not only the face of this franchise, but get him back into perennial playoff contention.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. But Charles, here's the draft class for the Jets for 2022, and certainly a splash-worthy class. 3 first-round picks in 1 draft. And you also have to be impressed not only at the players they got there, but also on days 2 and 3.
You're exactly right about that. Arguably, they got the top player at that position when they made their selections in the 1st round. Cornerback Ahmad Sauce Gardner, rated #2 behind Derek Stingley, but he's still one of the best ones in the draft. Wide receiver Garrett Wilson, they got him 10th overall. And defensive end Jermaine Johnson, 26, I thought he might go earlier to Atlanta in the top 10. And then maybe they landed the draft's best running back in Breece Hall on day 2.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. On first down, right back to Hall. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw is Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. One more time with Hall. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
It's going to go a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A man who missed all of 2021. This is J.K. Dobbins. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion gets them just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And that's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020. Now it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8. Wilson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Here's Wilson to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They go play action now. Wilson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start down in the Sunshine State, an AFC East matchup between New England and Miami. And it's the Patriots leading that one in the second quarter. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Matthew Stafford with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. Next, they look at the next-gen stats for the Ravens in that first half, and this tells a story right here. As a unit, negative yards passing through 2 quarters of play. That is something you almost never see. Meanwhile, for the Jets, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe making a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Hall. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the New Year as his kick is good. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished off by the rookie Breece Hall. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jets have recovered. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
Straight ahead is Hall. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now here's the option play going left. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
And the Jets are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Elijah Moore really started to come on in the 2021 season as a rookie out of Ole Miss. Saw 8 or more targets in 4 of his last 5 games and ended up leading the team in yardage. Expect to see a lot more first downs like we just saw there in this young man's future.
Throwing is Wilson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On second and goal, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Zerline's kick is up and through, and they will extend their lead even further. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal, but the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question because the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So yes, tight game, he'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson steps away. The quick feet by Jackson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Jackson on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, he had success earlier in the drive, keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. 111 yards rushing for him as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll go again with Hall. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hall on a give up the middle. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second down and a run by Robinson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll run with Hall. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. Ready, go.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they did it in sharp-out fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
Did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
So for the Jets, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the